Hello everyone, welcome back to Spiritual Growth Tarot. I'm Denise, and today, or for this reading, I am going to, or I have the question dropped into the cards, is what effect will Michael Cohen's book, it's titled Disloyal, what effect will his book have on Donald Trump when it comes out? It's coming out Tuesday. This is Saturday the 5th that I'm doing this reading. And I'm going to do the same spread that I've done before. I'm also going to layer it with Kipper, but not at the same time, so that it's not an overwhelming amount of images and information all at once. Okay, so the causes in motion, the forces in motion, the cause that it will have. Well, let's just say the forces in motion from the book to Donald John Trump. Okay. And the challenges that it will bring on Donald John Trump, his real feelings about it, what he's going to do about it, if anything. His karma, Donald John Trump's karma, that will be revealed in this book. So then Donald John Trump's future, because of this book, remember all this is because of the book, the outcome, the effect on him, because of the book. Okay. So that's with the tarot. Now I need to do the same thing with the Kipper. So again, forces in motion. This one. The challenges. Donald's real feelings. What he's going to do about it. His karma. His future, and the outcome. Okay, so that of course would be, the outcome on him. All right, so let's get these lined up here. There we go with the cause, challenges, feelings, what he's going to do about it, his karma, his future, and the outcome, the effect on him. Well, I'm happy with these cards. How about you guys? So far. Okay, and then the Kipper, I'm going to wait for a moment, or a little bit. Okay, so the causes, the forces in motion is that this will be a big revelation. Everyone is going to see the truth about the past. There's, a lot of energy. This is the highest energy card in the deck. This one's the second highest energy card in the deck. So this is, like you've got the power of the sun and all of that light and that, life-giving source. So that's forces in motion. His book is going to do really, really well. It may do just as well or even better. I don't know, as Mary Trump's book. And she sold just about 1 million copies the first, well, with just the pre-orders, and now it's like way up there. So. And you can get a lot if you haven't already read just the foreword to the book. I haven't gone through it yet completely, little bits and pieces. So what I did like about it, that I have to say, is that I did get to a couple parts where he was taking responsibility. He was taking self-responsibility for what he's done in the past for Donald, and I really felt like he because of what was coming at him, because he was afraid for his life, because his life was threatened. I think he's He's really, had his, like, what do you say, come to Jesus moment. He has taken self-responsibility, and he knows that, this was his karma. But so I think it could show in the future that he's a perfect example of how someone can turn their lives around, no matter how bad or how dark it was. Like, if you do the work, you can turn a lot of your soul substances around and get it free and flowing again. So this could very well be just as much for Michael Cohen in the successful freeing of his soul. I would love to see that. Now, the challenges to Donald Trump, so everyone's going to see it, and his challenge is that he's going to be paranoid, he's going to feel very, very defended, and he's going to go into, oh, poor me, victim mode. But then what he's really feeling is that he really wants to beat the crap out of Michael Cohen. He really wants to, just come down on him and beat him up. But what he's going to do, what he's actually going to do is, again, victim mode. This is the Dark Night of the Soul card. This is many sleepless nights. This is insomnia, headaches, regret. I don't know if he'll regret anything, because I don't know if he's self-developed enough to get to, to that point. But if it begins that process for him, then great. But his actions, it's not going to come through as anything other than hopelessness and, depression, torment, that type of thing. Nightmares, anxiety, despair, yikes. High anxiety is the way I see it. Coupled with these two cards, my goodness. Yeah. So his karma extends to his family. His karma extends to the United States of America and the happy families, the happy homeland that we could be enjoying. And this karma he's had in place for years. And Michael Cohen is exposing that. This card exposes all of this. This card exposes the Donald. Little Donnie boy. Now his future is again on display. He'll be exposed. Normally you could see this card as being, having faith and if you can't have faith, you can at least have hope, and you can fake it till you make it kind of thing. But coupled with this card here, because of what he's doing, and then this is actually the future, this is hopelessness. If this were reversed, it would mean hopelessness. So we've got the major arcana that brings in the hopelessness and the victimization. I'm a victim. And, of course he can't sleep because he's not doing his work. Now, yeah, so he won't have that relief in his soul that like Michael Cohen has, because I'm sure when he was in jail and locked up, I'm sure he was like, oh my God, what have I done? And what have I done to my family? And, all the pain that he probably went through to get to that place where he could go, hey, I can write a book about this, And I'm sure he knew that he would have death threats. I'm sure he knew that he was putting himself in jeopardy, and maybe he had protection in place for his family before he actually wrote the book. I hope so. So anyway, the reality star, the fake reality star, will be seen as his future as a star is hopeless. That's how I'm going to read that. Now, the outcome, the effect on Donald, with the Two of Swords, we have, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. The Sun, Nine of Wands, Ace of Wands, Nine of Swords, Ten of Cups, the Star, and then the Two of Swords. I always have to remember, I cut these cards down so you can't see what they are. Okay, so with the Two of Swords, this brings him to a place where he needs to make a decision, but he can't. And but it's blocked, just blocked emotions, because we're in the mental realm here. And the challenge with this card is to make the decision to come inside and get to your feelings. And he doesn't do that. So the outcome to him is more confusion, more indecision, more of a stalemate. He's not going to do anything about it. He is not going to do anything about it. He wants to beat him up, but he's not going to be able to do anything about it. And this causes a place where he has like an overwhelming amount of information that comes down on him. This can be an overwhelming amount of information as well. So yeah, okay. So let's put the Kipper on top and see what happens. So we have the long, long way. This would be Melania. That's interesting. We have his thoughts. We have the rich gentleman, whatever. We have the child, the marriage card, and it's called the military person, but it has to do with any rules and regulations. Okay, so with this card for the cause, what's in motion, is that it's going to go way, way, way back. Michael Cohen's book is going to take him, I mean, it's a long way, like a long journey. It might be that it's Donald Trump's journey to get the heck out of Dodge and run away. But the way I'm seeing it in this situation, because you always have to bring the meanings of the cards into the context of the question, what was your original intention to know? And with this card, it has to do with space and time and, a long time. And it's a movement card, so I have to read it because I do read directionally. I don't have a card down here to refer to, but I do have this one from the past if I wanted to do that. But I mostly want to go up here and see these two cards. And so that's where I'll go in a little bit. Now, the most important thing here, I think the most important message with this card is just to, those little rays of sun are going to come out and shine light on the past. The past. Who he was married to. Could it be Putin? I can't do the church lady, but could it be? Oh my goodness. And Putin's definitely been a military man. Yikes. Okay, so anyway, with the causes, the forces in motion is that the sunlight is going to be shining out. All the powerful information from the past will come through. And his challenge is to keep his wife. Donald Trump is going to have a hard time keeping Melania. And he probably already has, But then again, she's just bought and paid for, so whatever. But if he can't keep paying for her or renegotiating a new deal with her, then there you go. Now, his real feelings is that he's not feeling. He's just thinking. He's not feeling. He's just thinking. And what he really wants to do is beat him up. Well, he can't. He can't. And this other card already showed that he will not be doing that. But what he's actually going to do, he's going to get Jared to do something. He's going to get Jared to look and find some bit of information, maybe. I'm not sure. Maybe Jared gets him to try and find a new beginning, because the child card is a brand new start, and I read directionally, so the new start is connecting to marriage, which is the card for a partnership. It doesn't have to be a marriage, it's just a deal, a partnership. So a partnership maybe in another country where he can be a star over there. Yeah. A new type of, a new family. Yeah, well, Jared's going to know about his nightmares and the fact that he can't sleep, and, you know, because he and Ivanka, I'm sure, know everything. And then with this card being in his future, there, yeah, that's the connection there. So probably a new start to get the heck out of USA, because nobody's going to be able to stand him as the days go by. Now, with the outcome, with the military person, that's a really cool card. I mean, it has a lot of different meanings, and you know, if you're reading for yourself, you can look at it as being any professional person, a brother even, or a friend. Normally, you'd look to the female cards as being a sister type of a thing, like the rich girl card would be. It could be a sister, but usually this is, you know, more of a masculine quality, but maybe not. You know, but it has to do with battles, and it has to do with order. It has to do with rules and regs, and you know, because it is a stop card, so it is at the last part here. But the movement is, this is all the past that's going to be illuminated, and he's going to need to make a new deal, and he may be stopped by some rules and regulations, or at least the rules and regulations of the USA. I'm hoping will. Let's get a little bit. Let me see if I can get a couple more cards here. Because I'm just now wondering if, like, this could have to do with seizing his assets in the USA. Because I mean, we know that we know that he's going to lose. This is like, it's not the court. I mean, there is a court military. Let's see if I can show you real quick. There is a military card here, or not military, court. No, I can't seem to find it. Oh, here it is. That's the court card. So this would be courts of law. Oh, and this is the other one I was thinking of, was court official. So I'm going to be using this deck a lot more as the days go by, towards, you know, towards the end of his reign, whatever. But I want a couple more cards to give me some more information about this. Even though it's a stop card, I'm going to break the rules here. But this has to do with, you know, authority coming down on him. So what kind of authority and about what? Of course, it's the past. We can get that. We can glean that from here, from this information here. Okay. Interesting. So he drew the good gent, which is an older guy, and then the court. So some rules and regulation, yeah, you know, this could be the military, and some older guy from the past, from his past. It's I wouldn't say that it's Michael Cohen, because he's not older, but you know, one of the older, you know, like Mattis and some of the other guys, you know, the older guys, they might think of a way to get him to get the courts to what? Yeah, his reputation is really at stake, and here we have the court official. So the court's to bring him in, like maybe he could be brought in for something. Based on his private life, something he's done in his private life. Well, it's a mystery to me at this point, honestly. But, you know, honestly, or just to go back to my original question, was just what effect would, right, you always got to bring it back to that question. What effect would Michael Cohen's book have on him? So again, whatever the rules and regulations are in place for with our Constitution, we will uphold that. And some older wise guy will bring something into court. There'll probably be another big court case, or maybe more, at least one new court case that comes in because of information that has come through the book, through Michael Cohen's book. And it will bring him, before the courts, and his honor will be his honor and reputation. It will affect his private life. Yeah. So his honor and reputation will be what he'll be fighting against. Now, I don't know if it could be done. Well, hey, if they really want to move things and get things going, they can do it. I've watched enough Glenn Kirshner videos to know, and I highly recommend you guys watching his channel. He says that cases can be brought before the court or cases that are in court can be brought in within 72 hours, and then another 72 hours something can be determined. And if that's appealed, then you get another 72 hours and you bring that in, but then it stops after a certain point. So I don't know if that's the way our court system is set up right now, but I have the feeling that it would take a long, long time to get to this place because of this card here, and this is the forces in motion. So yeah, it's going to affect him negatively, but the forces in motion to legally would take a long, long time. This guy's very patient. So again, don't all readings end up pointing to him needing to get the heck out of Dodge in order to cover his ass, and and his family's. Wow. Okay. Well, that's it for this. You guys, let me know if there's any questions that I can add on for later around this topic. But that's all I'm seeing for now. There you go, just in case you want like a screenshot of that or something. Okay. All right, you guys, take good care.